Thanks very much for watching. And if you enjoyed that clip, you can tap the link on the bottom and you can watch the full show. Okay, we are down to my last two games, and we're going to stay in the Big Sky. When we talk about the Big Sky, most of us think about the Eastern Washingtons, the Southern Utahs, but me, I think about the Idahos and the Idaho States. And that's what game we're going to go to next. With Idaho and Idaho State, Idaho's been pathetic. I don't think they've won a game all year. They've burnt your money when it comes to betting on them. And I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'm looking at Idaho State here. This line opened at 10.5 and 131 in a total. I'm seeing nines across the board and a 132 all the way up to 133 when it comes to the total. When it comes to this Idaho State team, they do have the better front court scorer in Braden Parker. He's going to play a critical role. They're going to have to get him the ball in his hot zones for scoring. He can go over either shoulder, he can clear space, and he can get to the free throw line and draw fouls. I think that with this backcourt for Idaho State, it's going to be critical. It's going to be front and center. You're going to need a good performance from Tariq Cool. You're going to need equally good performance from Austin Smiley, who's coming off a 20-point game. And you're going to need Rob Ford Jr. to be taking care of business, running the point, and getting his guys good offensive looks. And when I talk about Rob Ford Jr., I'm not talking about the Premier's nephew. I'm not talking about the former mayor of Toronto who smoked crack's son, Rob Ford Jr. I'm talking about a completely different human being and one of your fine American citizens. I think that when you look at Idaho State, they do have some concerns when it comes to the perimeter scoring of Idaho. Damon Thacker, Gabe Quinnett, these are guys that can shoot the ball and get hot in a hurry and are not afraid to run and absorb contact to try and get an and one or just a trip to the free throw line. Idaho's defense is what really determines what's going to happen in this game. And frankly, at 47% field goal defense, it just isn't good on a per possession basis either. I think that with Idaho State, they're definitely going to have the opportunity to exploit a 41% in-conference three-point defense that allows on average 9.6 makes. So there's definitely opportunities to score from the perimeter. They're going to have to be better in the first half. They have a 4-point advantage by my numbers, and they're going to have to put that to work. Win the battle at the free throw line, score with the clock stopped, cut down on your turnovers, and act like you've been this kind of favorite before. Because frankly, seeing them at this number worried me at first, but after doing my projections, going to my model, looking at my power rankings, this is a spot that I still think that Idaho is going to get smoked. I'm looking at Idaho State on the spread. I think that they dominate inside the arc. I think that Braden Parker has a 20-point game. And I think that Rob Ford Jr., no relation to the former crack-smoking mayor of Toronto, has a distinguishing ball security-filled, facilitating offensive guru-type experience. So I took them at -9, got them at -110 on Bet365. So definitely a spot that I will have my ass clenched, hopefully only for the first 5 minutes of the game, and then Idaho State opens up a 10-point lead and keeps it for the remaining 35 minutes.